gentlemen, introducing your host from the birthplace of extreme, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at, well, an average weight for a person of his size, Shondell Wilbur.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Bury the Booking Podcast, Wrestling Podcast. My name is Dell. That is Devin. How are we?
Doing great. It's another Sunday.
Doing great. Another Sunday. Definitely. Another Sunday. It's Memorial Day weekend. So happy Memorial Day weekend for everybody. Happy, the official start of grilling season, cookout season, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
That the people like, I, for one, am not doing anything this weekend. I just don't, I'm not feeling it. I don't know. It came up too soon. It didn't, but for me, it came up too soon because I was unmotivated. So
I get all these holidays mixed together.
yeah.
Memorial Day, Labor Day, Arbor Day.
It's
I don't know the difference.
It's gonna be nothing special. Nothing special going on this time. I'll figure something out in the future, but whatever. But no, this episode of the Bury the Booking Podcast is going to be a straightforward episode. We got two things to talk about, and guess what? Surprise, surprise, surprise. We got AEW to discuss in length, to a sense. So
yeah.
we got some things to talk about. AEW, your time to shine.
There will be no in a nutshell today.
No. Your time to shine, AEW, is today, is tonight, because as we record, we are a few hours away from AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view that we're going to talk about in just a little bit. But before we do that, let's just jump into what we had to start off the weekend, which was WWE's main event, because, we had Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. All things were leading up to main event. We had some things, but, all roads led to this and Money in the Bank that is coming up just around the corner. But today is about Saturday night's main event as a whole. Before we break it down, how did we feel about Saturday night's main event?
I wasn't too happy with it.
Okay.
Simple fact is, I don't do commercials.
Oh, yeah, there was commercials aplenty.
Peacock, I give you so much money. You could have filled me in with some video packages or something like that. Every 2 seconds, it was a commercial break.
There's a lot of commercials.
And I'm streaming on Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I get it. You got the regular folks who ain't got Peacock. It's on TV. Was it NBC?
NBC, yes.
All right. So, NBC, people got to make their money.
Mm-hmm,
but I don't watch regular television for this.
Yeah, that's why I'm streaming it on Peacock.
Yeah, this is why I give you $14 a month for Peacock plus premium, whatever. WWE Peacock do better. That right there ruined the show for me.
Okay.
Every 2 seconds, it was a commercial.
Yeah, it was a lot of commercials there.
So I'm missing out on events and things that are going on because y'all want to make money.
Yeah. No picture-in-picture, no nothing.
Nothing. Can I get picture-in-picture? That's what the plus mean.
Yeah, a little extra. The plus means a little extra.
That John irked my soul. I was heated.
A couple sprinkles on top. Yeah, no, I understood. There were a lot of commercials there. A lot of commercials.
Treat me like I ain't got no money.
Yeah. Like a poor.
Yeah.
But Saturday night's main event.
It's Hatfield, PA.
the
home talking about the Kensington people before they find out where I live.
The home of the snacks that that we don't get down here in the regular city.
No, y'all don't get the good stuff out there.
We do not.
Since y'all got rid of the Tasty Cake Factory.
We're not fortunate enough, man.
I think that's horrible.
Hey, look.
We got fresh meat, Clemenson's, Hatfield Meats. We got 2 dairy farms. I don't know their names, but there's 2 of them.
They're there?
They're there. I passed them. Huge farms, dairy farms, fresh milk, eggs.
Damn, to live fortunate.
Yeah, to be this blessed.
Hashtag blessed. No. But let's jump into Saturday night's main event. The show opened up with the tag team match with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, accompanied to the ring by Paul Heyman versus Sami Zayn and CM Punk. How did we like this tag team opener? We knew it was coming.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing to write home about. The end, I think, is what this was all a build up for.
Yeah, so, and I think we talked about it when we were talking about the card last time, about the fact that we pretty much feel like Seth Rollins and Bronson, I spoiled that, but Braun Breaker should win this match.
Mm-hmm.
To establish the Paul Heyman's group, establish the dominance that they're trying to get with taking over Monday Night Raw and all that. So we felt like they should win, and Sami Zayn was probably going to eat the pin. Surprise. But the end of this was the return of Big Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed back.
Me and my daughter have been going back and forth who could be the next member of this little faction, and we completely forgot about Bronson Reed.
Didn't even think about it.
Never even came up.
Didn't even think about it. Did not think about Bronson Reed at all here. But you know what? I like it.
Yeah, I wish they would have I wish Braun Breaker wasn't involved. Like, you can replace.
You kind of feel like now that Bronson Reed's there, we don't need Braun Breaker.
We don't need him. Like, he was cool when it first came out. Like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
But now we got somebody 1,000 times better.
Yeah, we got somebody with the agility, with the strength, with the with the destruction, with the ability to destroy people, which is kind of like what Braun Breaker was supposed to be.
Braun Breaker, all he has, once he spears you, it's over. Bronson Reed can hit you with the tsunami after tsunami after tsunami, and that's more entertaining.
Yeah, he's that big threat. He's like, he can be hard. He can be hard to knock down if he's, wrestling somebody smaller or, something like that. He's more of the believable monster because of, just his presence. So I get that.
So I don't know.
I mean,
overall, it was a good B match.
Yeah, it was a good match. Yeah, I don't want to put Braun Breaker on the outs with Paul Heyman's group just so fast because we're new. We're establishing it.
Yeah.
We're still, so I think he's dug in. I think this group will be good for, the foreseeable future. And then, of course, you're going to always plant some seeds later on with, Braun Breaker being the breakout star from it, having enough, being the guy that was like, all right, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done getting told what to do, and
then you're going to get laid off.
Yeah. and then he's the one that's probably feuding with Bronson Reed and, stuff like that. So,
I wouldn't mind them two big dudes going at it.
Right. Yeah. That'll be good. And as we know, Bronson Reed is good for rivalries. Yeah. Bronson Reed, the Braun Strowman stuff, that they had, that was a good feud. But yeah, I'm in to see what this group collectively does. Again, Braun Breaker, for me, still gives me no emotion. I don't know. I cannot put my finger on it. Week after week after week, there's still nothing that gets me emotionally attached, or nothing evokes any type of emotion from me from Braun Breaker. I just don't care.
Yeah, he's not that. The personality is not that. How can I put this? It's not flushed out enough for me.
Yeah.
You get the crowd hype, who doesn't like barking?
Right. Yeah,
so
that's
people
fine.
Gonna do it.
Yeah.
If they like you or not, they gonna bark. Like, that's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's fun. It's an interactive thing to do.
But other than that, there's nothing substantial about him that I'm like, oh, you know, I gotta see what Braun Breaker doing.
Right, exactly.
And yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll shock somebody.
Maybe.
Not hopeful.
Not hopeful, but maybe one day I'll be like, you know what? Damn it. I'm a Braun Breaker guy. I doubt it, but
No.
I doubt it. No. But whatever. Next we had the Women's United States Championship match. This was Chelsea Green looking to get back her Women's United States Championship versus champion Zelina Vega. Match.
Sloppy.
I'll give you that.
And I'm sorry, Selena Vega, if you heard this throughout passing, you don't deserve to be champion.
Oh.
You don't deserve to be champion. You know, to be honest, if it wasn't for Aleister Black, I don't think this would have happened for you. One, here's the thing. She's not bad. The character is not horrible.
Right.
But you're going against Chelsea Green, who is so much better than you. And that's where the problem comes in.
Okay.
For me. Should Zelina be something in the future? Of course. Never take that away from her.
Yeah, no.
But
her word. Listen, my 9-year-old son is a fan of her and her choices of in-ring attire.
I am too.
You know, he's like, oh, she's wearing it. I'm like, yeah, I see it. I get it.
He got a good eye.
Yeah, I'm like, all right,
very good eye.
Yeah,
but holding that belt, no.
Yeah, maybe not.
No. And then you botching the 619.
Ew, yeah. Chelsea paid for that one, unfortunately.
She kicked her twice.
Yeah.
She botched it, and it was like, hold on, let me give you this knee.
Yeah,
busting her nose all open.
Yeah. I don't think your face is enough of a mess. But I mean,
which was crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, match aside, yeah. And Chelsea sold it like a champ because she does. That's what she.
Yeah.
That's what she does. She's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zelina Vega retains the championship here. Not the prettiest of wins, not the prettiest of matches, but it happened.
It should have been. No, I don't know what to say about it. I don't. You know, you got Chelsea Green on social media showing off a busted face.
Mm-hmm. Which is great, by the way.
She's the better star. To be honest, like,
she uses all this stuff, man, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey.
Sorry, Vega.
Hey, again. Next up, we had the Battle of the Cenas. We had John versus Ron. I wanted
the
so much.
Was good.
Yes.
But it was too short.
I wanted so much more for this match. I feel like the match could have been so much more. Like,
they hyped this thing up.
Just give Truth something else. Just a little bit more. Listen, we all knew R-Truth was not winning the title here, but you didn't have to make it so damn blaringly obvious in such a short time too. Like, straight
from after the intro, it all went downhill.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing how he came out. I'm gonna have to get me a Ron.
Yeah, Ron.
Cena.
Yeah, Ron. Get a Ron
shirt.
Cena shirt.
But it didn't do it for me.
Yeah, no, this was just like John Cena hanging out. This wasn't a real, like it wasn't nothing strenuous, nothing crazy. This is like, John Cena checking another one of those appearances that he had left off of his
Yeah. It should have been I would have liked more of a back and forth.
Yes, yeah. Just something.
A little bit more of a back and forth.
Yeah.
Or at least them having more fun with each other in the ring.
Yeah, and either that, yes, that and the like getting the crowd a little more, having the crowd have a little bit more of a time. Listen, nobody in the world believed that R-Truth was going to win this match at all. But there wasn't even any type of moment where the fans could have been like, oh man, like when Truth rolled up Cena, like it was close. Like there was nothing.
Well, we could have missed that with the commercials. To be honest with you, we could have missed all that.
True.
Because it was like 4 commercials before it started.
Touche.
And then like 8 other commercials after that.
And the match was only 2 minutes long. So it was like, it was like 8 commercials in that period of time. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it was so blaringly obvious that, and he didn't even need to cheat to win. It was just one of those things where you just do it because Cena's a heel and whatever. Like there was nothing from the start of the match. There was nothing that wasn't showing you that John Cena wasn't going to completely steamroll Truth, which he did anyway. Like there was no need for the low blow and the cheating or anything like that. But it's what we got. John Cena retains, obviously. Then we had the steel cage match between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. How did we? Wasn't mad with the match.
No. I know that I was comparing it to I started comparing it to an AEW cage match, and I'm like, this ain't gonna be that.
No.
This ain't gonna be that. So tone it down a little bit. Mm-hmm. Get a little more realistic with the WWE. And I enjoyed the match. I didn't like how it ended.
Neither did Jesse the Body Ventura, but
no, he was factual the whole thing. Like he was pissed. Like Bob, like he was like, "Yo, did he just walk out?"
Was so mad. I was
mad.
He was so offended. He was so offended that walking out of the cage is an option these days. It has been for a while, but he didn't like that. That was
I didn't like it either. Not for this.
That was not the answer he was looking for. That was not the answer he was looking for.
Priest walked out like he did something. Like, come on. First off, you fighting a hurt Drew McIntyre who's been wrestling hurt for a while.
Listen, Drew's a warrior, man. Drew.
He's taking a vacation.
A well-needed vacation. Yeah, Drew's been working, and listen, we love Drew on the podcast. Like he's awesome at all of this. Like he just checks all the boxes. So rest up. But I mean, the match was good back and forth match.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ending was. I mean, I didn't mind the ending. I've seen a lot of people escape the cage. It's not. Obviously Jesse is not well aware of the modern product in cage matches and how.
No, but I agree with him though. It just
so bad.
It felt like anticlimactic. Like is it over?
I get that though. I do get that. I do get that. He's like, wait. He's like, what do you mean they can walk out the door? He's like,
just leave.
He's like, he walks out the door. I don't want to wrestle
anymore. I'm out.
He walks out the door. Then he hung on it too, because he stayed on the steps for a while after he did the concerto to pretty much lay Drew completely out, end it for him. Then he goes, now we're done, and he steps off and wins the match. But yeah, this was just listening to like how he was, and Jesse did not let it go, dude.
I wouldn't either.
He did not let it go. They were trying to divert him from from it. Like, just like, oh, well, that's how you can win a match like that. And he's like, by walking
this
out
is
the
dumb.
door? Yeah. Like a coward? It was so bad. It was so bad. I feel like it's going to be like Jesse the Body versus Damian Priest at SummerSlam.
I can see that.
He was so foul. He was so bad. That was great, though. But yeah, I mean, Damian Priest wins. I'm not mad. Of course, if Drew takes time off, we're perfect way to take him off TV for a while, to heal up, relax, whatever. Like I said, Drew's been banged up for a little bit, so that I'm not mad at the outcome of that one at all. Then we had Jey Uso defending the World Championship against Logan Paul. Thoughts?
I knew this wasn't going to be anything when there's like 15 minutes left in the show and the main event starts. 15 minutes left. And like, are we really about to do something? Like, we really about to get it started now? And
this comes from the interaction that earlier in the night that Jey Uso had with John Cena, and John Cena was, talking about how, of course, ruining wrestling, and he wants to ruin wrestling, and how Logan Paul winning the title or Jay losing it to a YouTuber would ruin wrestling and all this. So he kind of sprinkled that in before the match, but Jay and Logan Paul, it was
all right.
It's
There
all
wasn't
right.
nothing to write home about.
Nah, it was okay. It was okay.
The end of it.
Yeah, so it was John Cena coming out. John Cena, of course, like he said that would ruin wrestling. John Cena's on the campaign to ruin wrestling. Comes out to help aid Logan Paul in beating Jey Uso and winning the world title, which would ruin wrestling. It would ruin wrestling for me, but this cues the return of Cody Rhodes, who comes out. Cody gets a good pop, gets the good babyface pop. The hero pop comes out, does the do, evens the odds, so to speak. Jey Uso, winner and still world champion, and this just kind of shoehorned a tag team match for Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I don't want to see this.
I don't want to see this. Like, this was like
John Cena, Logan Paul against Cody Rhodes.
This was thrown up real quick, like at the end of it, like while credits were rolling, and I'm like, I don't want to see that match.
Nobody cared about this.
No, like I don't care. I don't want to see John Cena and Logan Paul team up to do anything.
No.
But
this was
what we're going to get.
I can't even say this was a solid 2 hours. Because I only got to see about 45 minutes of wrestling.
Because of the commercials?
Yeah. But I think this is what Saturday Night Main Event should be.
Yeah, it's,
This is just filler. But they're not having enough fun with the Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah, it should be. I agree. It should be a funner show. It should be more. It's a special thing that doesn't happen. It happens way more often than it used to. But it's one of those things where it's a Saturday night. We got this card. It's on broadcast TV on NBC prime time. On Saturday night. Have some more fun with it. But
of course, yes, they should have more fun with it. And, this, you could have brought Bronson Reed out. You could have introduced Cody Rhodes in a more entertaining faction than what you did. No, I like how Reed came back. He jumped the barricade to hit CM Punk.
Yeah, drove him through the barricade, yeah.
Yeah.
They did the tsunami thing on Punk.
But the rest of the show was... I guess I can't really be mad at it.
It wasn't,
It was regular TV.
Yeah.
This is what y'all do.
Yeah, it was a TV show.
So,
that was,
I could have waited till today to watch it. I didn't have to watch it live.
No. Now, like, if you really wanted to dig in, like, and just, it just wasn't a PLE or, anything like that. It was a show. It was a commercial ridden
with
show
a little bit of wrestling in it.
With a little bit of wrestling in it.
That's all it was.
But, it served its purpose for the most part. We got a match. We got a tag team match that nobody asked for Money in the Bank out of this, or want out of this. So, I mean, we did get a new member of Paul Heyman's faction, Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins faction. So there is something that did happen. That's something we can, hang our head on for moving forward on Monday Night Raw and the rivalry with Punk and Sami Zayn going against, these four guys. So we have something in that. But there you go. Now, for our second part of this, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to talk some AEW. Like, for real this time. And to be fair, to be honest, AEW has not been putting on bad shows.
No.
For the last few weeks, several weeks, leading up to Double or Nothing, that, was kicking off in just a few short hours before we talk about it. I mean, they've been doing a better job of setting the tone and trying to paint a picture for these matches, for this card, for the most part. I mean, are some of the matches like, really, this on a pay-per-view? I don't really care. But it's not like they haven't been trying. It's not like they haven't been putting them on TV, trying to do something with this to try to get it over and to get us excited about it. So they have been doing that. They have been, putting things out there in segments and interviews and, stuff like that. That is like, okay, there is some tension here between these people, whether you like it or you don't. They've been trying.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go through this Double or Nothing card in no particular order, and we'll do our little fun predictions that we have for it. So, out the gate, let's just start with the Continental Championship match. We got Speedball Mike Bailey versus Kazuchika Okada.
Now, as much as... No. It's going to be Okada.
Okada? Yeah, listen, I want Okada to just be the Continental Champion for like the rest of AEW's existence.
Yeah.
Like, just even if he wins other titles, I just don't want Okada to still remain the Continental Champion. Is this match going to be great? I believe so. Like, I love Mike Bailey. He's an awesome competitor. And Okada, when Okada wants to give us the Okada that we know and love, which I feel like he will. Listen, he shows up for in matches, and I feel like this could be one of these occasions, and I feel like we are going to get like a really good special match out of this one. So I'm going to go Okada with this one too. Then let's do, because no one really asked for this, but why not? I mean, this is one of those things where it's like, it wasn't like they haven't been trying. It's not like they haven't done things, whether we like it or we don't. We have FTR versus Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness.
I gotta go FTR, but I like Daniel Garcia more.
Okay.
I don't know Nigel.
Okay, I mean, Nigel's...
I know him, but I don't know him.
Right, yeah.
I know he don't mind his business, and he talk too much. But I'm a Daniel Garcia fan, all about the dancing.
Okay.
After what happened at Dynasty, I just and what it was it was the betrayal of Coop at Dynasty, then Dax and Cass, they tried to attack Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Then McGinnis gets involved. Like I get what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You know?
I can't remember.
Trying to build this big thing out.
I can't remember. It's like, and forgive me, it like Copeland isn't like legit hurt, right? I think he's just like.
No, I don't think he's legit. I don't think he really got hurt.
He's just like storyline out, which means he might return tonight.
He could, yeah. This would be a good place for him to return.
Yeah,
to help Daniel and Nigel out. Because first off, I don't think Nigel's going to. Here's the thing. If I'm doing this, FTR dogs Nigel backstage before the show started. Dogging.
I like
Put
it.
him down.
I like it.
And then
Daniel
Garcia comes out.
Needs a partner.
And here comes Coop.
Needs a partner. Okay.
Don't even announce it. Just have
just have the
rated PG-13 superstar come out and do things.
Okay.
That's entertainment to me.
That would have been
like, all right.
That's good.
And FTR gets put. Once again, I love FTR more than all of them.
Yeah.
FTR needs to lose.
Yes. If that is to happen, then if Adam Copeland makes his return tonight, which would this is the best scenario for it to happen. This would be the perfect scenario. If anybody's hear this before you guys go on air, change plans and do this.
Tony Khan blocked me, I think, so I don't know if I can still reach out to him.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah, no. If that happens, then yes, FTR would lose.
Yeah.
We're going off the fact that that's not what's going to happen here. We're looking at it on paper as Danny Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. I think FTR does win.
If it's Garcia and Nigel, and it's not going to be Garcia getting pinned. It's going to be Nigel's dumbass getting pinned.
Yeah. So I like it. I like that. Next, let's go with the AEW World Tag Team Championships. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. I don't need this, but we got it.
You got one old ass man and one young ass kid going against two of the biggest black people in the show. Have you seen Bobby Lashley's size?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, it's so impressive. My man is huge.
Yes, yeah.
Man. No neck. He turns his body like RoboCop.
Yeah.
Like you can't scratch his own back for nothing. There has to be some type of shenanigans involved with this. There has to be. This is such an unfair match.
Maybe it's the
Hurt Syndicate go against Sons of Texas.
Maybe it's an MJF thing. MJF helps them, or
I'm hoping something happens
get something else
here.
Yeah, we get something
because they're gonna get dog walked.
They should, for all intents and purposes.
Like,
on paper, on TV, anything you name it. Listen, Dustin and Sammy get destroyed here.
Yes. This ain't gonna be pretty. I'm going for the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah,
unless something weird happens.
Yeah, but the Hurt Syndicate has to retain those tag team titles. Yeah, like that's what's going on. Then we have a stretcher match. It's your boy Ricochet versus your boy Mark Briscoe.
I don't care who wins. I don't care. These guys are some of the best people in AEW, in my opinion. And once again, everybody know I hated Ricochet.
Yes.
Could not stand him. In AEW, he's a much better person. I love this guy in AEW.
Yeah, heel Ricochet is awesome.
Yeah. And then you're going against Mark Briscoe, who is also awesome. This better be fun.
Yeah.
I better see all types of wild stuff going on, because I know Briscoe can do it. I know Ricochet can do it.
Stretcher match.
I need to see things happen. This is what I'm watching Double or Nothing for.
Yeah. Stretcher match. Yeah.
This is it.
Definitely.
This is why I'm watching it.
Yeah. Most definitely. s- I'm gonna go. I'm with Ricochet. I think Ricochet wins this.
Yeah, I do think Ricochet's gonna win,
Yeah,
but it don't matter to me.
yeah. It's listen. You got Mark Briscoe. You got Ricochet. Mark Briscoe could do no wrong.
Yeah.
It just is what it is with Mark Briscoe. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go Ricochet with that. Next, let's do the AEW Women's World Championship match. Let's do Timeless Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa.
For some reason, they've been pushing Shirakawa a lot. I'm not comfortable with that.
Fair.
Fair. Because I'm really going for Toni Storm for the W.
Yes,
but they've been pushing her a lot. Like, she's been winning matches.
Yeah, people listen. People love Mina Shirakawa.
Yeah, but she shouldn't win this. She shouldn't be able to beat Toni Storm.
Yeah, no, I'm partial to Toni Storm on this podcast, so
yeah.
I think she retains.
I'm going Toni Storm.
Yeah, I think she retains. I think it could be one of those. Not saying that she's not already a fixture in AEW and the women's division, but I think it's one of those ones that could put that a little bit more of a stamp of approval on Mina having this match with Toni. Like, it could be like one of those ones where she was just like that close to beating her, and she needs to be taken serious, as a competitor in the women's division.
Yeah,
that's where I'm going with it. Sticking with the women for that one, let's do the Women's Owen Hart Tournament Finals. Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter.
Why is this match even taking place? They're not gonna let they cash cow. Not calling her a cow, but I'm just saying, like, they're not gonna let Moné lose. Well, she should lose because she ain't doing nothing.
Right. But
then she just lost the belt.
Yeah, she wasn't involved in the decision, but she lost it nonetheless.
She lost it.
Yeah, she lost it.
So take another one off of her. Knock her down a peg.
She didn't take a fall. And listen, this one is a little like, this one's not for a title. This is for the Owen Hart, which would be like, okay, so if Jamie wins, she would beat her, but she wouldn't take a title off of her. But I still don't think Jamie wins. I think Mercedes wins, and Mercedes, it's Mercedes and Toni.
See, here's the thing. Jamie Hayter has more at stake than Moné does at this.
Yeah, look, a loss for Jamie is not good.
Yeah.
It ain't.
So she's got to get this W. And she's got to get this W, and she's got to put herself in a place where she can get a title shot.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Now, if she wins a title, fine. But she has to, like, you're going to lose her and all the hustle and bustle and shaking of the show if she loses towards Moné against Moné tonight. Like, if she loses, you might just be like, well, Jamie Hayter who?
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
If Moné loses, it's fine. Like, she loses, cool. No big deal. She's still a big star. People
Everybody
still love her.
And then we now have that new added thing where we can throw it in her face that she lost her first match.
Yep.
Also playing the fact that she just lost one of her titles, the New Japan Strong title, and then losing this here. I mean, that could be something. I don't know.
That's the only way to do it. You can't. I don't. It would be. It would be messed up if Heater loses.
I agree. I think it is. I think it would be, but
you never know with AEW.
You never know. I think this is going to be one of those ones where Mercedes Moné wins, and because I feel like they're like, oh well, it could be she's going after the AEW Women's World Championship now. She's still collecting belts, even though she lost one. She needs that one. and they could tell the story of her trying to get that from Tony. So we'll see. Next, we have Anarchy in the Arena. We have Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, Katsuyori Shibata, and Willow Nightingale versus Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, and Marina Shafir. What are we doing here?
I'm going to go... timed out. It's going to be a timeout. I don't think it's going to come to a conclusion.
Really?
No.
I think it's got to be one of those... I think the Anarchy in arenas are like... it's gotta end by like pinfall or submission. So I think that might be the only way this match ends. Man, I think Omega's team wins.
Yeah, I'm thinking
because we have to start chipping away at this Death Riders thing. Because no one cares.
No. Yeah, I'm trying to see if it has to end in submission or anything like that.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a pinfall submission, I think. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's how these matches gotta end. I think.
Then if it's gonna be that way, I'm thinking it's gonna be Kenny Omega, Swerve, and them.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna lead to Moxley actually losing the belt.
Yeah, like this is where it starts. This is where the chink in the armor start, and it's where things start going haywire. Maybe there's some slight implosion in the faction of the Death Riders and all that, and then we can tell the demise of this hopefully finally.
Yeah, this got to be the end of this. No, the chances are it probably won't be the end of it. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be the end of this.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Then probably some shape or form of this will probably wind up spinning over to Blood and Guts and whatever else is...
All In and...
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, this is... All In is going to be Jon Moxley's title on the line.
Yeah, but he's going to be facing the winner of the main event that we're about to talk about in a second, which is Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay in the men's Owen Hart tournament finals. This is to find out who is going to get that opportunity for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship next up.
I don't... See, this is going to be hard. They both good at what they do.
Yes. First of all, this matchup, it's one of those things where you see it and they tout it. It's just one of those things where, when we talk about AEW, a lot of times, we give AEW crap. It's, it's what we do. Ha ha, he he. But you're never going to have an issue with the talent in AEW. AEW will give you a hell of a professional wrestling show, and that's what they do. And Will Ospreay and Hangman Page are absolutely awesome in doing those things. And this match has gotta be good.
Yeah, to me, this is a toss-up. Since both of them would be a great opponent for Moxley in All In.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is. It's a toss up for me. I'm more of an Osprey guy than Paige.
Same.
So I'm gonna go Osprey.
Okay. Now it's one of those things where it could be. When are they going to England? I
can find out.
Trying to remember what show that is, because I feel like you need to have. I feel like you need to have Osprey.
Forbidden Door, August 24th.
Okay. So that's Forbidden Door is in England. Feel like Osprey wins this and has the title in England, or Hangman wins this. Maybe Hangman's the guy to beat Moxley at All In, and then Osprey wins the title in England?
Hold on.
I don't know. I mean, but, off the bat, I'm thinking this match here, I'm thinking Osprey wins this, though. For this show. For Double or Nothing.
Well, they already got Will Ospreay as the cover of Forbidden Door London 2024 at the O2 Arena.
I mean, you gotta sell him. He's like the biggest.
Yeah, he's the main dude. Like, he's front and center on the cover.
He needs to either be defending or winning the title in something. But I mean, if it's going the way that that our predictions are going to go, he's going to win the title and defend it at All In, or be champion going into. I mean, being at Forbidden Door, and being the champion going into Forbidden Door. So I'm gonna take Osprey for the Owen Hart final for this show here at Double or Nothing. I don't know. I feel like that's the way.
Because as announced, AEW NJPW Forbidden Door will be held August 24th. They've already promoting like Tony Storm, Kenny Omega. Oh, Adam's coming back tonight. Because why would you have him on a cover of August 20th?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Glasgow.
It seems likely, with this.
And Strickland and Willow together. Come on. See, they giving too much information. I shouldn't be able to just go on social and get this information. They're giving us too much.
They got to throw us some curveballs. Now they got to.
Now you better.
Yeah. Maybe we don't get half that stuff now. You give us some stuff so that we thinking about it, and then you go the opposite way. Come on, AEW, let's do it. But I don't know.
Buy-in.
The buy-in? That's what they usually. That's the like our
pre-show.
Yeah, buy-in or 0 hour. They usually call it. I usually never watch the 0 hours anymore.
Megan Bain, Penelope Ford going against Anal and what? Something J.
Anna J?
I can't see. It's small.
Oh, I was gonna say this is a
different show.
Yeah, it's a different show.
And Harley.
That's the real Forbidden Door.
Yeah. It's the print's so small. I'm trying to see you. Got vision issues.
Oh yeah, Harley Cameron and Anna Jay, they have been teaming lately. And speaking of the play on words, like, there has been some a little weird stuff going on with Harley and Anna Jay's assets, so to speak.
Listen. That's the show.
That's the show.
Trios match. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10.
AEW, listen, one thing about AEW, AEW have like 30 matches on a pay-per-view. You like, come on, dude.
This Jonas ain't going off till like 11 o'clock.
And then, like, you know, by the time we get like more than halfway through, the crowd's like, bro, just come on, man.
4-hour pay-per-view?
Come on. Like the fan fatigue thing is something that AEW's got to get over the hump on. And look, that Anarchy in the Arena match ain't gonna be a 10-minute match.
No.
that match ain't going 10 minutes. That's gonna be a lengthy one.
You got 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. You got 4 hours just for the main card. Cause I'm giving everybody gonna get at least 20, 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody minimum 20. If you go 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah, Ospreay and Hangman are at minimum getting a half hour. Minimum.
Just over it. I'm about to use the R word.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not watching it tonight.
You need some time.
Like, look at me.
Yeah, he's
already.
He's already
4 o'clock.
It's already
4:30.
It's already yawning. So,
jeez, I get tired just thinking about it.
So,
wow.
Yeah, we are T- for Double or Nothing. So we're gonna. Well, I am going to get ready for Double or Nothing. Devin's going to be ready to do that at a later time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go lay down. Well, I gotta go Walmart.
Hey, you got life stuff to do, unfortunately.
Shit.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us for the Bear the Booking podcast. Please like, share, follow, subscribe. Want to thank you guys for listening. Please, reach out on all the socials. We're there. And we'll see you next time.